So, let me just get the controversial topic out of the way, shall we? I don't mind the TV system in Zenless Zone Zero. I know, you're all probably being like, what the hell would you mean? The TVs are bad, the TVs are bad. Let me just explain, alright? A lot of it has to do with the video games that I've played over the years and the way that I play video games, and that's the reason why this is not a problem for me, but I can understand why it's a problem for other people. So let's just get into it, shall we? Because there's a lot to talk about. So let's talk about why I have no qualms really with the TV system. I have a few, but we'll get onto those in a second. So I come from playing a lot of RPG games, Final Fantasy X, Persona 5, Final Fantasy 12, Shadow Hearts Covenant, a bunch of RPGs, and that's kind of my thing, right? And these early 2000s RPG games all come with some form of insanely annoying and tedious grinding system. Be it like the monster arena in Final Fantasy X, or having to go through like the palaces in Persona 5, because if you try and do those in one day, it's basically like doing the TV system in Zenless, to be honest. And like Final Fantasy 12, I didn't really play all the way through to get like a full understanding of that, but Shadow Hearts Covenant definitely had a lot of really annoying grindy sections, and I just think that it is Zenless's version of dungeon crawling. Now, is it perfect? No. I would like there to be more battle elements, rather than just fighting one or two enemies per floor of the TV system and then having to do a bunch of other stuff. If there were more elements, then it would make life a lot more fun, I think. And I think that's the big issue that a lot of people have. And I want to let you know that I do also agree on that. There needs to be more combat in the TVs. I don't think getting rid of the TVs is fair, because that's the Zenless system, to get rid of them is to get rid of what makes Zenless unique from basically anything else. Like, the story's great, the art style's great, and that's a really good selling point, but if you boot it up and it's just quest after quest and there's nothing unique about it, well then, what is going to get you to play it over playing anything else? I think the TVs definitely have their place, and I very much enjoy going through quests with the TVs. There's a lot of unique stuff. Just for reference, I am, Internaut level 30, so obviously my opinion comes from playing the game for quite a bit of time, so if you're still early on, I can understand why you would be like, the TVs are bad, yada yada yada, and I will completely agree with you. The early game definitely is a bit of a slog, especially with the TVs. However, if you don't enjoy it, then that's completely fine. We all enjoy what we enjoy, and we don't like what we don't like, and the TVs are such a controversial thing, because again, I think they're fun. I think it offers a unique look and a unique play style for strictly Zenless Zone Zero. I can't think of a game that has had this specific thing. If you guys know that it was inspired by anything, just let me know. If it was, directly ripped off from something, let me know. But I can't think off the top of my head of something that has this kind of TV system. And I don't know, it's something unique. It's something I personally enjoy, and the reason why I enjoy it is because I'm a grind maniac. I will literally sit there on Final Fantasy X and I will grind for 99 Dark Matters to get Ribbon. I will literally sit there and fight the same boss like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 times, because why not? I'm perfectly fine to just sit there and go through the grind to get what I need to get, because at the end of the day, it's going to make me enjoy the game more. And I'm one of those people that's more than happy to just sit there and grind through a game. I mean, I've got a TV next to me. I can just watch stuff whilst I'm grinding, I play it on my PC. I can have YouTube videos on my phone whilst I'm grinding. It's not the end of the world. And I think this is a big thing, is that a lot of people want every element of a game to be for them. And I've just learned over the years that you can enjoy a game and not like a certain element of it. The TVs, if they're really not your cup of tea, but you really like the combat, or you really like some of the characters, or the story grips you, then during the times of the TV, just zone out. Go to the Zenless Zone Zero, zone out and just don't even think about it until you're done. Because like, I get it. People really just want to be able to enjoy it. And when you do a quest and you're like, oh, it's a TV one, I understand that. But there are combat quests which have no TVs. There's Shiyu Defense, which is just strictly combat based. You know, there are combat elements where if you don't want to touch the TVs for one day, you can still do stuff on the game. But I guess we'll just talk about, is it too repetitive? And I think at times it is. There are some really, really cool quests. Like, there's the Golden Bamboo quest, which is really cool. There's the stuff in Chapter 2, which is really fun. There's a lot of really cool mechanics and stuff with the TVs in the Chapter 2 story. A lot of the newer quests that I'm doing have a lot of really fun mechanics. And Hollow Zero, I believe, also has some pretty fun stuff too. But I can understand the repetitive nature. A lot of it is very repetitive. A lot of it is just, you know, you walk around, you maybe have to do one or two things. You have to unlock a lock. You have to get the certain gear coins to unlock a lock and go through. You know, you gotta fight something, or there's like, you know, like whatever. But you know, like, it's still early days, and I really want people to remember that it's still early days, and these things will hopefully be polished, because hopefully, we don't fully know yet, but hopefully the Zenless devs are listening and will come up with new and unique ways to use the TVs, because I don't see them going away. It's too late to put them away, but if they just focus on making them more unique, making them more fun, I feel like a lot of people who say that it's too repetitive and it feels like a chore to do the TVs, I feel like will change their tune, potentially. And hey, if you still don't like it after that, then maybe Zenless isn't the game for you, and that's completely fine. Like, I do want people to know that people, you know, you're allowed to not like the game. You're allowed to not play the game if you're no longer enjoying it. Like, I said it with Wuthering, and I'm gonna say the same for Zenless. You know, I'm playing it for a month. I'm then gonna do my 1 month retrospective video, talk about how I feel about the game, and then if I'm still enjoying it, I'm still gonna play it like I am with Wuthering Waves. And if I don't enjoy it anymore, well then I can just drop it. It's fine. At the end of the day, your time is valuable, and if you think the TVs are a waste of time, well then, my friend, then that is completely up to you, and that's completely fine. I just think it's for the grind freaks. I think it's for the people who are like me, who will just sit there and do like 6 or 7 side quests in one day. Like, I don't really mind. I think I've burnt through like 2-3 hours just doing like a couple side quests, and I do think that is both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing for me because it means I can just sit there and play it. But I can understand again that it's very repetitive and it gets boring and people don't want to spend 3 hours doing side quests. Like, I completely understand that. But it also feels as though the side quests are very integral to the actual story. Like, a lot of it is about building up your reputation, and I know that's just a time gate thing. You don't have to tell me that it's their way of level gating. I completely get that, and I know that for a fact because I'm sat here literally just turning level 30 and being like, okay, now I can progress with the story again. It really all comes down to, do you enjoy everything else? And is the TV the only deal breaker? And if so, what can you do to make sure that the TVs are no longer a deal breaker? Be it just completely zone out and do something else in the background whilst you're doing it, and then when you get into the combat, lock in, or is it going to be a game that you drop? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the TVs, because it's such an interesting topic, and I really want to get some more thoughts on it. See ya!